Right, Jobi, thanks for joining us. Fans have been on Twitter with their questions. You ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Right, let's start with at Rumours231 says, what will you bring to the team?
Wow, that's a good question. From my point of view, obviously a bit of experience, having played a lot of games in my career and been fairly successful along the way. In terms of actually on a match day, predominantly on the wing, either side I'm happy on, trying to create as many chances for the front boys and obviously nick a few goals myself along the way. So I like running with the ball and running at opponents and trying to beat them. So I'd like to think that the crowd are enjoying watching me play.
Lee Brown says, have you set any targets this season apart from the obvious promotion to the Championship?
No, promotion is the one and only really. Obviously individually you want to do as well as you can, assist wise, goals wise, but for me the biggest thing is to get promoted. I think if we do that then everyone in the squad will have contributed.
Sam Boast, he says, what has been the highlight of your career so far?
Definitely winning the league with Reading and obviously being named captain was a massive thing for me, and obviously to go on and lift the trophy was amazing, and obviously then leading the boys out in the Premier League for the first game and throughout the rest of the season. I started every game in the Premier League, and that was for me, waiting so long to get there was I wanted to make the most of it, and obviously from a personal point of view certainly did so by playing every game.
I know you've not done this one yet, but Michael Wood says, what song did you do for your team inauguration?
I've got to have a think about that. I've been quite lucky that I haven't had to do one for a long while. I've not got the best singing voice. I'm sure my wife will vouch for that. So I've got to have a little think. I've got about a couple of weeks, I think, to get it sorted. So.
Bex Linnell says, how would you feel if I named my car after you?
Fine. Depends. Oh no, actually, I suppose it depends what car it is. We'll have to find out and then ask me again, I think.
B. Pritchard says, what made you decide to join Orient?
There's a lot of factors really. As I said, from my point of view, for me it's just got to feel right, and after speaking to the gaffer and the sporting director, it seemed like a club that is definitely got massive ambition. Obviously very successful already, narrowly missed out last year, and a real good set of lads that I spoke to a couple of the boys that I knew, who can't speak highly enough of the group, and obviously I'm a London boy as well, so that was definitely a factor. So there's a lot of things, and I think overall it's just that the ambition and trying to achieve things which any player wants to do.
Adam Blanks says, who's the best player you've played alongside?
That's a good question. Probably have to say probably Michael Carrick when I was at West Ham. He was, in terms of just a midfielder and being a winger, you rely on other people to give you the ball really, and he just seemed to be able to pick you out at will. He always has time on the ball, and he's just a top player, and he's a top guy as well.
Luke says, who's your footballing idol?
John Barnes. Going back a little while, probably showing my age a little bit, but growing up as a kid, I used to love watching him, and he's a massive player for Liverpool, and obviously being a winger, he went on to captain teams that he played in as well, and that was a massive inspiration for me.
And last one, David Lloyd, what's the best goal you've ever scored?
Oh, the best goal? That's a good question. I'll have to say probably the one against Cardiff, which was an old team of mine in the semi-finals of the playoffs. The year we lost in the final, it kind of killed the game off, and it was a fantastic feeling. It weren't about goal either, to be fair, so I'd say that one definitely.